across the room, the spotlight dancing on you. I hope these words, they come out right. Can't be waiting on me all night. Just gotta play it cool. Can't take my eyes off of you. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't get some time with you. Just gotta play it cool. Making a move, don't wanna act like a fool.
Punch me in the boot. Yellow heart.
I hope these words, they come out right. Can't be waiting on me all night. Just gotta play it cool. Can't take my eyes off of you. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't get some time with you. Just gotta play it cool.
Yo, what is up, Twitch chat? How we doing? Welcome to another stream. I see some people already talking about being stoked about the packs. We're not doing it. For those of you guys who don't follow me on Twitter, we're actually not doing the packs tonight. I had a bunch of errands that I had to run. Morgan and I got home kind of late. We had a really late dinner. So I can't really commit like the next 5 to 6 hours of my life to opening card packs. So that's not going to happen tonight, but, I talked to Patrick, who I'm going to be opening packs with, and we're going to be, moving that to Friday. So tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit more laid back, a little bit more cursed and goofy. I realized I'm not on the screen. So we're going to be doing a little bit of autocomplete, AI generated stuff. If you guys remember the website Talk to Transformer, where you write in something and then it auto-generates like an entire sentence or story for you. We did this a while ago, and we're gonna be doing it again. It's where the meme of Bonehouse at thebonehouse.com came from, and a bunch of other terrible memes from the community. So that's probably gonna happen while we chat and hang out. Also, Slade, thank you so much for the 36 months. Rainbow Jolteon badge. Can we get some pride spam for that 36 months? It's so cool. That's so awesome that you stuck around so long. Also, speaking of Slade, they just created a new emote that some of you guys are spamming in the chat there. We have Girbeagly. I realized we didn't have like a laughing emote. We didn't have like an emote for like when dumb shit happens on the stream and everyone wants to laugh at me or laugh along with me. Either way, whichever one, you know, tickles your fancy in the moment. But we have Girbeagly for those of you who are wonderful, wonderful subs. You're able to use that. Welcome to everyone joining the stream, by the way. So many people here already. Thank you guys for hanging out. The emote is glorious. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I'm here for the new emote. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, book lover. Let's get this started right. Thanks again, Ina, for my 6 months in advance gifted sub. I'm going to give at least something back to the community. That's really nice of you, Banshee. It's really nice of you. I mean, you don't have to ever pay it forward or anything like that. Sometimes you can ride off of other people's kindness. We're okay with that. There's no sort of like keeping track, keeping a tab here or anything. We're all here to just enjoy each other's company and share with the good vibes, you know? Well, there you go anyway. Thank you so much, Banshee. I appreciate the gifted sub to Jade Flipping Harley. Jade, if you're in the chat, please make sure you're saying thanks for that access to your emotes and sub badge. Thank you to both of you for being a part of the community. You're amazing. Captures her essence perfectly. I love it because, so I basically just told Slade that I wanted it based off like the classic lull emote of like Total Biscuit doing that. And it came out like so awesome. It came out so, I love how that looks. Slade, you are an absolute mad person, just like how fast you turned around with that commission. Really appreciate that a lot. We actually have another emote coming down the pipeline that I hope you guys are excited for as well, that is a little bit more specific to certain content that I do, but should be one that you guys are going to be happy to have because you will probably harass me with it, and it will be funny haha times for people. How have you been? I've been okay. Today wasn't a bad day. It wasn't as productive as I'd liked it, would have liked it to be, but it was still like a pretty decent day. Witchin Gamer, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate that a lot. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the community with the emotes and sub badges for you. Thank you so much for being a part of it, kicking off a hype train for us. How was dinner with Morgan? It was good. We ate these macaroni and cheese bites that you can put into the oven. I actually had a breakfast sandwich as well because I'm burning extra calories on my exercise bike these days. So I like the extra nutrition. Curly Fries, thanks for the bits, and why not? Thank you for the bits as well. Very sweet, very, very kind. Is it a whale milk emote? No, it is not. It's like too specific of a reference. Trader Valkyrie, thank you so much for continuing your gifted sub from Az. That's really nice of you. And Deltoid, thank you for gifting a sub to Chicago Soft Gore. That's so nice of you. Thank you very, very much for that. Can we please get a little bit more pride spam before we move into some good news here? If you guys have good news, remember, we want... Oh my God, Iwa, thank you for the 5 gifted. I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you for gifting Yates Nation, Sarah Plum, Spicy Man, Fail to Connect, and Kara with gifted subs. Thank you so much. If any of you are in the chat, please make sure you're saying thank you. Enjoy those. Thank you for being a part of this. Your emotes are so cute. Thank you. I'm glad that you like them. There's various artists who are responsible for them. Slade has been doing a lot of them recently, and they're like, I just love Slade's style. It's so good. So that's why a lot of them are as adorable as they are. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome. We're just gonna be, like I said, chilling out, doing some goofy auto generation. If you got some good news to share, please hit me up with that. This community seems so cool. I just recently followed after Ethan hosted you, not regretting it. Well, thank you for being here. Means a lot. Hey, what's up, McCory? Welcome to the stream as well. Welcome. Slade is so talented. Yeah, Slade has done a lot as far as like the sort of, I don't know, just getting our emotes to be all like consistent cuteness, basically. I don't know. Everyone's always like, you have cute emotes. You make cute emotes. And I'm like, I don't make that. I'm talentless. I don't know. I can't do that. Az, thank you for the big bits. I appreciate that.
Some bits for the Layers of Fear stream evil laugh.
Oh, God. No, if you spend them all now, that's fine. You don't need to... Listen, I'm going to be jump scared by the game itself. You don't need to try to jump scare me with bits while I play Layers of Fear later. Like, that's going to be possibly Saturday, is my guess, is when I'm going to be playing it. We'll see. Friday, for those of you, again, who are coming in a little bit late and are like, oh, where's the cards? I'm so excited for you to open Vivid Voltage Booster Box. I was too, but unfortunately, just based on the nature of today and a lot of delays with my schedule and whatnot, have to move that to Friday. Thank you also, Curly Fries, for the bits. I appreciate that. Oh my God, Blanky, what are you doing? Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. That's really nice of you. Thank you for gifting to Macker004. Wow, it's really me. There's X's in this, so I don't know if this is like Rick or Brock. X1 Wonka. Wonka got one. Tom Ruff. G-Man, you got no jams. Simone. Vibing Andy, not Vibin Gandy. What the hell is wrong with me? This is going to be great that I'm doing text auto-generated stuff tonight because I'm not going to be able to read shit. Smith Emma, Liz Moritzu and Spam23. If any of you are in the chat, please make sure that you're saying thanks for those. Enjoy the emotes and the sub badges. Thank you to all of you for being a part of the community. And Blanky, thank you for supporting not only me, but all these other people here in the community. Ian the Bean, thank you for the gifted sub. To Spoon Fairy, that's so nice of you. All of you are so sweet. Thanks for sharing those emotes and stuff. Vibing Gandhi is horribly offended. That'd be such a good username. Oh, boy. Thank you so much for the big bit, Skylar. Or Skylark. I'm so sorry. I can't read a thing. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear that you're not doing well. But I hope that vibing out here in the stream brings you some good vibes. Lollyvine, thank you so much for the 17 frickin' months here. That's so nice of you. All of you are way too sweet. Why are we already maxing out at level 5? We haven't done anything. We're just thank you very much. That's really nice of you. That's really, really cool of you. Thank you very much. Guys, we had crazy bonkers stream last time. Last night. We don't need to do that again. This is another just chill late night. We're hanging out together, enjoying each other's company stream. It's a-okay. It's a-okay to not do as much as you do. You do way too much. While we got this 3 minutes left on the clock of the hype train as it counts down, and you guys can't extend it anymore. Haha. That's the thing, is the timer doesn't keep going up once it hits 100. Good God. Chickens, thank you. Yeah, thank you to the user Chickens in all caps for the $5. Thank you. Look at all those chickens. I love that alert, but thank you very much. You really don't have to do that. Really nice of you. You literally deserve it. I don't deserve this much, though. This is, like, way too much. This is way too much. Again, please feel free to share some good news in the chat. I'm sorry I'm missing... I'm sorry I'm missing a bunch of the messages. Pebbles, thank you so much for those big bits. I really appreciate that. I mean, I can't claim that I don't like getting support. It's really nice, but also, like, there's a limit. Like, you guys do so much that it's, like, overwhelming. You do too much. You do too much. It's more than any one person deserves, and it really means a lot that anyone's just here, you know, vibing with me. Barely remember last night, to be honest, but I know I had fun. It was a lot of fun, Elliot. It was a lot of fun. A lot of cool people. 21 subs already? That's wild. That's way too many. I got karma for the mosquitoes last night. I saw your tweet about that. We were talking about how mosquitoes suck, and then you got bit up. I'm sorry to hear that. Imagine being the chicken. I know, right? Good news. I finally got out of a depression slump. I don't know. I've been laughing and smiling more often for the first time in months, and I'm really glad I found this community. Jukebox Dinosaur, I love hearing about stuff like that. We say whether it's something small or something big, we love hearing about your good news here in the chat. So if you're someone who's been in a funk, I know how that is. Last week, the whole week, I was just in this depressive, downer mood. It sucked. I was just not getting any good vibes for some reason. And this week has already started off a lot better. I'm so glad to hear that the same is true for you, and you can hopefully keep working towards feeling better and better, and we're all going to be here for you while you do that. That's amazing. I love hearing about stuff like that.
Yeah,
Chronic, thank you for the big bits. Good Lord. Oh gosh, Chronic, you're like probably Shira's favorite person, because I know Shira enjoys the AEIOU a lot. Welcome everyone coming in. Exactly. Thank you so much, Emma, for greeting people. That's really nice of you. No news, just constantly confused about what day it is. Chaotic, I'm right there with you. I spent most of today thinking that it was like Monday again or Wednesday. Which I was like, oh, it's Wednesday. It's my day off. No. Good news. I finally found the motivation to start actively practicing again on the bass. Making music is so good for the brain. It really is. I've shared this story before a few years ago when Morgan and I had like no money at all. I sold my amp and my electric bass guitar so that we could like basically pay bills, and I was like really down about it for like a long time. And it wasn't like it was a expensive bass guitar or anything. It was like one of the lower end brands. It was like pretty cheap, but it meant a lot to me because I played it in a bunch of bands. I learned how to play it like it just as a new instrument to play, and it had a lot of good memories attached to it. And even though it wasn't like the highest quality thing out there, it still sentimentally meant a lot to me, and to have to let that go so we could like, you know, make ends meet really sucked. But it's always cool to meet other bass players, to know that there's other bass players out there. And it's been something I've been thinking about a lot, is like buying a new bass guitar. Although I'm not sure if I want to buy a bass guitar, because it's not like a lead instrument that I'd really be able to make a lot of music on. It'd be more just for like playing around with. I might just try to reteach myself guitar. It's been such a long time since I played acoustic. And we got one sitting downstairs. I might as well. Good news, we learned that eggnog used to be called milk punch. That is a... God, I love that you shared that, Cactus Prince, because so we have the reputation here in chat of being the #1 edutainment stream on all of twitch.television, and and that is one of the most edutaining things I've heard in a long time. It's just enough cursedness to feel like it fits in here, like, perfectly. No, oh my god, milk punch.
That makes you fat.
That's so funny to me. Jukebox Dinosaur, thank you for subbing with the tier 1. I hope you enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Thank you for supporting the stream. You guys are really sweet. Very, very sweet. I'm getting my dad's bass for Christmas. I'm so excited for that. That's awesome, Green Bee. That's really, really cool. Good luck. Part of the reason I picked up bass was because my hands are really small, and it was very hard for me to hold certain chords when I was playing like regular guitar. And bass, you pretty much only hold down 1 or 2 strings at a time, depending on what you're doing. And even though it's like a lot of people are like, oh, but it's so big and you have to like move your hands so far. And I was like, that wasn't the issue. Like, I can still hold down, 1 or 2 strings. That's so much easier than holding down like full chords for my hands. So that's why I picked up bass, and I ended up playing it in a number of bands. I played it, I remember, back in high school, like for like my pep rally band and stuff like that. And then like went on and obviously like, toured around and made music with like a bunch of friends and stuff. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, to be honest, wish I had learned guitar or bass as a kid. Might try sometime next year if funds allow it. I hope you get the chance to. It's like learning any instrument is so fulfilling. It's really wonderful. Back with thank you, Deltoid. You guys do not need to fund me buying a new bass because it's something, even though I've missed it, I'm getting back into programming music, like with a actual like studio program. So I recently reinstalled FL Studio, aka Fruity Loops, onto my computer. It was a program I used to use way back in the day to make music on, and I recently re-added it to my computer library so that I could start composing music again. And even though it's going to be a while till I release anything, I'm determined to get back into making music, even if it's completely on a computer, Good news, after Unis Honest, I started working on projects to start working towards my dreams of being a content creator. That's awesome. Very cool. Good luck to you, J Rose. Very, very cool. My dad gave me his bass guitar, and I started playing it a few months ago. That's really, really cool, Lard Martini. That's so cool. I love hearing about people learning how to play instruments. I can play ukulele. I love ukulele. It's such a nice sounding instrument. It's very pretty. How do you react if you find a bass in your P.O. box? The people at the post office are already... First of all, please never, ever send me something like that. A, it's too much, and B, from an honest standpoint, like, picking out an instrument is a really personal sort of thing. Like, for me, particularly, I like to be able to, like, actually hold it and test it out before, like, I learn how to, or, like, make a purchase when it comes to an instrument. But also, the people at the P.O. box already know me as Box 501, because they're so used to getting big ass packages to the P.O. box. So when I walk in, they just go, "Hey, you're Box 501, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh yeah, don't even worry about going around. We just got your stuff behind the counter here. You just got to sign for it quick." It just, every time I go in now, because you guys have been sending me way too much, like way too much. And I appreciate it a lot. I really do. But you guys don't have to do as much as you do. You're already so generous and so kind. Seriously. I know how to play bassoon, oboe, trombone, brass handbells, and marching cymbals. That's awesome. That sounds a lot like me. I know how to play 13 different instruments, and I think it's 13. Am I up to 13? I can't remember. I know double digits worth of instruments. So I know how to. I started on like clarinet, piano, dulcimer, and then from there I just moved on to like a million other instruments. Like I love saxophone, I love bass guitar, obviously. I love a whole bunch of other instruments, but I'm very into making music, and I just haven't done it as a thing that like I sat down and concentrated on in such a long time. So that's part of the reason I really want to get back into it. Also, Lav, I saw you there in the chat earlier. Thank you for being here. Thank you. 13, I wish I could relate as a music major. Well, here's one thing that you probably have over me is the ability to read the English language. So this has been proven time and time again tonight. Oh my God. Instrument talk got me missing my own trombone. That's an instrument. Okay, so brass instruments I've never been good at. I don't think I can form my embouchure properly. But I've tried for a long time. I'm just bad at like trumpet, trombone, things like that. French horn. I'm not even here. Oh my God, the ghost of Lav. It's like I can still see her messages in chat. Oh, how I miss her. I haven't played clarinet since high school. I miss it so much. I was so into clarinet. Like I like love clarinet. It was one of my first instruments. My dad played it, so like I kind of like picked it up as a result. And I played clarinet from like 4th grade all the way through like sophomore year of college. I was really like, I loved clarinet. I was used to take private lessons. I was actually one of the best clarinetists in my state, in the state of New York for a while. I was like the 2nd or 3rd best clarinetist in New York State for a while, which was like really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just love music. I love the creativity that comes with like making your own music, or playing something by ear that you hear, or even listening to other people's music. It's just very fulfilling to me. And I know that not everyone's like that. Not everyone's brain is wired that way, but that's just how I feel about it, you know? I think I'm good at singing. I'm in choir and got a solo last year. Hell yeah, that's awesome to hear about. I remember getting so nervous before doing any sort of singing audition, whether it was for a musical or I was trying out for a solo. I was in like a jazz choir. I did like every single musical my school ever did. I was so into singing. So yeah, I don't know. It's just something where like music, whether it's with the voice, whether it's with an instrument, I've always been very drawn to it. It's been something that brings me a lot of peace, which is really, really neat. I used to play piano all the time growing up, but haven't much since university. Hope to get back into jazz performances again. That'd be so great. I played in a jazz band for a while on clarinet and saxophone, and I personally love the creativity with jazz improvisation. I hope that you get a chance to do that, especially jazz piano is so fun. It's so great. Really, really cool stuff. And it's a lot like riding a bike, right? It's like even when you step away for a couple years, when you come back, like you're like, oh, wait, I'm getting back into it. I still kind of know what I'm doing, which is like really neat. I wish we had a theater class at my school. I performed with my jazz band this evening. That's so cool. I love hearing about people. You guys like jazz? You like jazz, chat? That's some good shit. That's really awesome. I love hearing about that kind of thing. Anyway, chat, while I got people here in a good vibe, we're gonna move over to the activity I have for tonight. I don't always have activities, and we're still gonna just talk about. We're still gonna shoot the shit in chat all night. But those of you who have been around the community for a while will probably remember just how cursed this website can get. There used to be a website called Talk to Transformer that was really funny, and we used to use that one, but unfortunately it became like a paid-for product. So this one, TextSynth, is like a pretty good alternative. We've used this like once or twice. And again, this is what has generated so many memes in the community. There's one that you might hear referenced every now and then. That's bonehouse at thebonehouse.com. And that's because I can't remember even what was typed, but it was like, please make sure that you contact us at bonehouse at thebonehouse.com. And it just became like a hilarious meme for some reason because it's just so dumb. It's just so stupid. Flashbacks intensify. I don't know. We haven't done one of these in a while, and I asked you guys like a little bit ago if you'd want to do this again. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of this. I'm just gonna move my screens over here real quick. Give me 1 second here, chat. Oh boy. Because bone houses are the best kinds of houses. Oh, I remember what it was. Now that you even just said that, Jenna, we were talking about bone soup. Because we also had a meme here that everyone in the chat had to contribute one of their bones to a communal soup pot that we'd all get to partake from. I don't even know how that meme started. It's all bad here. It's just always bad. Seance Bunny, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Hope you enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Thank you very much. But yeah, we were talking about bone soup, and I typed something in here about bone soup, and it generated bonehouse at thebonehouse.com as like a contact email address, and I could not stop laughing about it. Yeah, the bone broth. Exactly, Glowing Katie. By the way, for those of you who don't know how this works, it's going to be very quick for you to pick up on what's going on. I'm probably just going to write a bunch of random shit, knowing me. I'm an idiot, and I constantly am coming up with idiotic things to type and say. So, honestly, we're just going to be doing this in the background while we talk about everything. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Yasmin? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Fear? Why are people afraid? Why are people afraid? As if chat, even if we're doing something wholesome, isn't the most cursed thing in the entire world. Is like tell me that you're afraid when chat regularly talks about vor and actually chewing on candles. That's just a regular thing here. Okay, I got an idea. I'm gonna type something. I'm gonna show again for those of you who've never seen this. Here you go. All right. Once I sat on a bee by accident. It was very sad and it hurt a lot. All right, there we go. And then I hit complete text. You might go, hey, that's dumb. That's a dumb thing to write. Yeah, it is dumb. It's very stupid. But watch. Complete text. This story is about to get a lot dumber here in a second. Once I sat on a bee by accident. It was very sad and it hurt a lot. There was a bee in my face. I can't take it. Help! The Big O to B. Oh, so this is a quote from the Big O to the B. Of course, I'm glad that it clarified that for us. To Alyssa, there is a bee in my face. Can you close the door? Bees are insects. Bees are insects native to the earth, as opposed to like outer space. Though they often find their way into cities and farms and can cause human suffering and death. They can also be found in the food supply. To a bee, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. But what? I need to know. I need to hit more. So, for those of you who are like, this is not sensical. Space bees. Yeah, space bees. Just a swarm of bees from space just descends onto Earth. Holy shit. This is generated by like an auto-generated like computer like AI. So anything you put in here, it tries to come up with what... You know like those memes that are going around that's like, we fed a computer 1,000 hours worth of the show Friends and then had it write its own episode. Like, that's what this website is. So, we're going to get a lot of crazy, wacky stuff. 2020 isn't over yet. Don't jinx it. Yeah, I mean, there was the murder hornets earlier this year, which was terrifying. Oh my god. So, I can start a new one that would be completely different with the same sentence. I can put in something completely different and have a different story made. Or I can hit more because I'm kind of curious. I want to hit more. But wait, there's more. But what's the but? Let me know. Let me know. Thing. Oh, I just realized that the window's like not entirely on the screen either. Give me 1 second, chat. Let me fix this. Let me fix this quick. There we go. That's good enough. That's good enough. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Now people can read it. Because I'm not going to be doing a good job of that, probably. To a B, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but how can I talk to you when I don't have you? Where is your queen? That actually kind of makes sense. Where are you? I can't explain this, but I've been looking for you all these years. I can't find her. Where are you? The Big O. Meanwhile, what the fuck is the Big O? All I'm thinking of is there's that old anime about like the giant robot called the Big O. Is that the Big O it's referencing? The Big O, meanwhile, is the biggest bee on Earth. Oh, we have our answer now. No idea what he means. He just told me all about the hive. B, you're getting the wrong bee. I'll show you what I mean. This is what we're doing tonight. The big orangutan. Exactly. Oh my god. What? This site is so cursed. I love it. All right. Chat. I'm gonna have Another brain blast. I'm gonna think of something good. Oh, speaking of brain blast, croissants are so delicious. I love eating croissants when they are available at hotel breakfast bars. It's very awesome when hotels provide food to their guests because sometimes I wake up and I am hungry. There we go. Are you gonna finish that croissant? All right, generating the story. 200 people are here and a majority of us were not prepared for this. Who can be prepared for this? Who could ever be prepared for this? Seriously. Hotel food, hell yeah. Oh my God, stop. I thought the hotel was called Hotel Breakfast Bars. My favorite chain. I have a rewards card there. I go to every time I stay with the Breakfast Bars chain of hotels. High quality. Big shout out to today's sponsor, Hotel Breakfast Bars. Thanks for sponsoring today's stream. Hooking me up with the King Suite. I was like, the fuck kind of a name is that? Oh boy. Anyway, croissants are so delicious. I love eating croissants when they are available at hotel breakfast bars. It's very awesome when hotels provide food to their guests because sometimes I wake up and I am hungry. What is your favorite snack? When I eat, usually I eat a croissant. Wait, croissant nut with my breakfast cereal. That's a common snack. No, it's not. I don't know what that is. Since the croissant nut I eat are not really good for me, but my friends are usually all too happy to share their breakfast with me. What is your favorite dessert? This is the most challenging dessert for me to choose. I tend to prefer chocolate croissant nuts and a light cake like chocolate croissant nuts. Wait. They eat the chocolate croissant nuts, but then they eat a cake that's also made of chocolate croissant nuts? Is that's what I should... Oh god, this whole website is basically a storytime dab. If you've ever been here for a storytime dab, this is what... Oh god. What is this? It's terrible. That's what it is. So many croissant nuts. I know. Why so many croissant nuts? I love it. I come into this stream and all I see is croissant nuts. Oh, Jesus. All right. I got to think of another one, chat. I'm on a roll here. One time I got trapped inside of a cheesecake factory. It was terrible. I thought it would be fun because I really enjoyed their garlic noodles. But once I had my fill, I realized that the entire place was infested with snails. Big ones, too. All right. Let's generate it. Cheesecake garlic. You've never been to a cheesecake? Okay, well, not everyone's been to a cheesecake factory, and I don't blame you. It's not like high-end food. And it's not like super accessible price point at the same time. It's actually pretty mediocre for how much money you spend there. But they have these garlic noodles there that are fantastic. And I love them. They're really, really good. Az, thank you for the bits. I had some interesting results just by typing. There's an old saying who goes, and let it generate. Yes, I love, like, sometimes the simpler the better with this as well. Anyway, one time I got trapped inside of a cheesecake factory. It was terrible. I thought it would be fun because I really enjoy their garlic noodles, but once I had my fill, I realized that the entire place was infested with snails. Big ones, too. I was scared that they were going to eat me. They were not. It was fake. So I decided to go through all their noodles and see what we could save for the cheesecake. The cheesecake was quite expensive and was filled with cheese, with chicken, and with everything else I could find in a cheesecake factory. I managed to save enough to get the cheesecake, which was about $50. I wasn't too disappointed because I had fun trying to get the cheese. Fuck. I mean, first of all, very accurate about the price point of what a cheesecake would cost from there. It would probably be about $50. And then also, can you imagine if you go into Cheesecake Factory and you look through the display case and there's like the regular ones, there's like a strawberry cheesecake, there's like a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake, and then there's one with just chicken in it, filled with cheese and chicken. Yeah, what's your favorite Cheesecake Factory order? Oh, I end my meal. I love their paninis. I got one of their paninis, and then I ended the meal with a cheesecake filled with chicken. It's amazing. Oh, God. Epic mealtime has entered the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, my God, Lav. The whiplash I just got from that. Holy God. They're everything cheesecake, right? It's just everything from back in the kitchen that they have scraps of. Just toss it into a cheesecake. They're like, wow, we're the Cheesecake Factory. What did you expect from us? Good God. Cheesecake Factory. Write that down. Write that down. Write it down. Brilliant idea. Oh, God. Oh, all right. Gotta come up with a new one. Let's do a simple one. Once I was walking through the park. Guys. That's all. Once I was walking through the park. I would go through the gates at the side of the playground and go to the left side. I always had that right there. My friend says they keep it there for when the kids are playing in the playground or if it's cold outside. And not everybody that passes there keeps that. What is that, though? What would that be that they kept right there? That would also, in context, be for when it's cold outside or if kids were playing on a playground? What? A fire? Like, what? What? N. What do they tell you to do when you're not at home? What should you ask them to do instead? H. Who are N and H? Is this like Death Note extended? The characters N and H had a conversation outside of the park when it was cold and the kids were playing on the playground. Oh, they should give you whatever they want. Who's they? What is it that I'm getting? I need to know more, chat. We're hitting more. Death Note one shot. Oh, God. Oh, they should give you whatever they want. That's why I had a friend who would go with me to the side of the playground to play at. What is the obsession with playing at the playground? He had the kids in a little wooden chair and would come back at me when I was done playing. He'd give me some water, and when he walked out, he'd tell me what he was doing, and I'd say to him how I felt, and then he'd say to me what he said next. Really? Wow, what he said next was what he said next, by the way. He didn't want me to do anything I wasn't supposed to do. What? Nickelback and H. The N stands for Nickelback. Oh, God. All right. Yeah, actually, that's a great one. That's a good one. Nickelback was writing their hit new song when... Generate. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, God. And like the dude from Pokemon. There we go. We've come full circle. Into content that we understand, into a context we understand. Nice. All right. Nickelback was writing their hit new song when they came across that article about an attack in Libya. This is terrible. Their song was titled Lose Yourself, and they immediately hit play. They're very insensitive. The members of Nickelback, as we've learned right here, are very insensitive to what happened in Libya, apparently. I thought to myself that that's kind of cool because it's a song that they used in the video, said the artist, and I thought of doing a remake of it. To make their song, the band used an app they made themselves. We started by doing an update of the app and our app so that everybody can share. What did Libya have to do with any of that? Oh my god. I think lose yourself could result in some copyright problems, right? Nickelback becomes Steve Jobs. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, I need to know more about Nickelback's app. Oh, that was the end of the sentence. We started by doing an update of the app and our app so that everybody can share. And it is the most popular song, said Kelsey and David. Are those members of Nickelback? I actually don't know any of their names, but I don't think they have a Kelsey. They might have a David, you know? Their remix is now the top hit in the app stores across the globe. Their latest cover of The Beatles, All Along the Watchtower, that's not by The Beatles, still has the top spot. The duo is currently filming a reality show for Lifetime. A short document, oh, poor Nickelback, they lost all their members except for Kelsey and David, apparently. A short documentary will follow about their story. With music, they want to put their name on books. We put our names on all the books about people or musicians who can go with something. Oh, God, Jesus, what is this site? I love it. It hurts me, but I love it. It hurts me, but I love it. Jimi Hendrix has left the chat, right? And Olivia gets attacked. Nickelback. Yo, this is dope. Let's monetize this. That's so bad, but it's so stupid. Oh god, it's all fake. It's all fake and hypothetical. Okay, so oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. Oh god. Woo! This is my favorite fan fiction website. Mine too, I think. TechSynth is the shit. It really is. Holy cow. I love that it's like, this is a neural network of up to 1.5 billion parameters. 1.5 billion is a huge amount of data, and this is what it comes up with. This is amazing. This is meant to make memes. Oh, God. All right. Make sure to stay hydrated every single day. You might have to pee a lot, but it's worth it to stay hydrated, especially when it's hot out. Let's go. Let's see what this is all about. Let's see what it's all about. Make sure to stay hydrated every day. You might have to pee a lot, but it's worth it to stay hydrated, especially when it's hot out. It's just a question of whether or not you want to put in as much as you can each day. Into what? If you did, I would probably recommend making sure you keep the hydration supply at 10, 15, etc. If you didn't do that, then it's possible that there is no way to stay hydrated. If you do, then you could have to pee a lot and not be able to stay hydrated. The trick with this will be the rest of the water flow. 10, 15 of what, right? Guys, make sure your hydration supply is 10 or 15, or you will not be hydrated. You'll become dehydrated, actually, from peeing. This is good advice here. This is lifestyle change advice here. If you don't follow this, you're not taking care of you, and you deserve to take care of you, okay? You really do. So 10 to 15 of your hydration supply every day. Don't pee it all out. Don't do that, okay? I'm telling you, right now. Also, Kit Kat, Shea Butter, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Welcome to our weird little community. We really appreciate you being here. 15 months, of course. Yeah, stay hydrated for 15 months straight. Oh, God. That is so funny. That is so dumb. Wait, actually, I want to know more about the water flow here, because this is clearly not ending with, like, a period there. So there's more to this hydration story. Hit more. It's not doing anything. It might be thinking. No, give me more. Here we go. Here we go. This is the good stuff. Oh, it went off screen. Okay, I'm just going to read it. This way it's a surprise anyway. All right. The trick with this will be the rest of the water flow being at 40 liters or so at all times. That's like 20 of those 2-liter bottles of like soda. 40 liters of water would kill you. If you guys have never Never heard of water poisoning? It's a very real thing. If you drink too much water in a day, it actually makes your cells like erupt, and you have too much water and you get like drunk, and it poisons your body and you can die from it. It's happened multiple times to people. Like that and it's been like a big thing. Like it's a very scary phenomena, but it's something that's real. It's the water flow being at 40 liters. Don't put 40 liters of water in your body ever, please. Don't do that. Yeah, basically you drown your cells from the inside. It's actually terrifying. Oh my god. Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today. No, Lav. That's the biggest difference between hydrating and normal pool play. Yeah, you know, if you guys just have a water bottle like this is just me doing normal pool play, by the way. Every now and then I'm like, yeah, lifeguard on duty. Normal pool play. Delicious. Good stuff. But just do whatever makes it convenient. Here are the other notes I would add. You must be hydrated constantly throughout the day so that you will have as much water at your disposal as possible if you want to stay hydrated. Be sure to keep the hydration supply at 5 to 8 liters with every 1.5 hours of downtime. See, that one sounds more realistic. That seems more like real. Oh, God. Pool play makes me feel uncomfy. Me too, now that you've said it that way. But, like, to me, like, pool play would be like getting, you know, like the little foam noodles. You're playing around, you're doing cannonballs in the pool. That's all I meant by it, but good God. I don't like that, Scott. That sounds like a kink. No! We don't know! Oh, chat. What? Oh, God. It's already cursed. You don't need to make it more cursed. Oh, God. That is not what I envisioned. Stop! I'm trying to make innocent, funny memes. What are you doing? Why are there over 200 people here? I wish I knew. What the hell is tonight's stream? This is so stupid. Thank you for sticking with me during this. I don't know why. Careful, Brian. You might inhale 40 liters of water in that sip. My cells just explode immediately. Oh my god. A new video, Brian rate/judge. No, Flace. No. Never. First of all, no. And second of all, I would never be judgmental towards, well, I mean, that's a lie. I'm judgmental all the time. But still, I wouldn't be openly judgmental about it, okay? If I don't have something nice to say, I wouldn't say it about it. Oh, God. Christmas. All right. Oh, yeah. Here's a good one. I haven't made my Christmas wish list yet. I hope Santa brings me some very cool stuff. Generate. Let's see what what Santa's gonna bring for us. It's thinking. It's taking a second because it's got to think. It's got to think. Brian starts it off with, if I don't have anything nice to say, I won't say it. And then it's just silent the whole video. Why is this one so short? I haven't made my Christmas wish list yet. I hope Santa brings me some very cool stuff. I will definitely be wearing the pink sweater if I don't get enough material. I love the gift that Santa made for me. Thank you, Santa. I like that there's 2 exclamation points here. And also, does this insinuate that if I don't get enough material for like a new sweater, because like Santa made me the pink sweater, the logical jump here. I gotta hit generate another. We gotta try this one again. What is this? I haven't made my Christmas wish list yet. I hope Santa brings me some very cool stuff. I'll be looking forward to it. Read the full story at alex.m.hanson.org. That can't be a real website. I gotta go to it. What is this? Your first email address is $35 a year? No! Gmail is free. Gmail is free. Why would you pay 30? Okay. No. Why is that a website? Why does that URL lead you there? That's so stupid. I love that. That's so dumb. You can finally make Bonehouse a real email. True. Hey, what's up, Jinx? Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. People pay for email. Like, I get it if you have like a custom domain, then that's like part of the package you pay for when you like buy web hosting. But you don't have to go to a specific email payment website. That's wasting your money. That like you are doing the same as lighting like a stack of money on fire at that point. Thanks, Santa, for my $35 email. Yeah, Santa just leaves a slip in your stocking that just like, check out alex.m.hansen.org for the rest of your gift. But then you have to pay $35 a month after that. He only pays you for the first month. Pays for it for the first month. He gave you a promo card for $10 off. So yeah, Santa's just like a giant cheapskate. Every year, Santa just leaves you $35 for the email. Holy shit. All right. Okay. We gotta move on from this one. We gotta do another one. I'm gonna throw up if it makes more of these where it's just like an article stub. I'm gonna barf. I can't. I can't do it. Pebbles, thank you for continuing your gifted sub from Ariana. That's really nice of you. Thank you. TOS. Oh god, can we get a whale milk one? Lab for you, sure. We'll do a whale milk one. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. I heard whales give birth similarly to most other mammals. Most other mammals provide milk for their young. I was hoping to do some research into whale milk. This is for you, Lav. Chat, if this is cursed, this is Lav's fault. I heard whales give birth similarly to most other mammals. Most other mammals provide milk for their young. I was hoping to do some research into whale milk. We also talked about what I call the baby blues. These are moments when the mother whale is very excited about going to the beach. She doesn't see anyone coming. She looks for more people as she tries to get closer to the beach. At the beach, there are people walking by. The mom's mind is on the beach, and she is excited. When the parent whale gets closer, she starts to make a sound, not a crying sound. It sounds like she is very, and then it trails off. What? Okay, first of all, even the text generator is ignoring the phrase whale milk here. Absolutely was like, that's even too cursed for my shit. We're not even looking at that one. So she swims closer to the beach, and then she makes a sound, but it's not a crying sound, because you guys thought it might have been a crying sound. Fortunately, TextSynth told us it was not a crying sound. That's good to know. That's good to know. We need to know more, though. I want to know what it actually sounds like. It sounds like she's very pleased and wants her friends to be nearby. Then she stops crying. Wait, it just said it's not a crying sound. Then maybe she's doing one of those cries where it doesn't sound like you're crying. We figured it out. Then she stops crying and starts to think about the beach. Man, she's been thinking and going towards the beach for a while here. She goes back to her home waters, the waters at least that she likes, and starts playing with the babies on the rocks she was playing with earlier. After this, the mother whale stops playing and does not move off. This was really interesting because I do think she likes to sit for several minutes, just as a mom did when she was giving birth to baby whales. Guys, we're learning so much. This is the #1 edutainment stream on all of Twitch.television. Need I remind you that we are known for being the #1 edutainment stream on all of Twitch.television. No one else on all of this website has ever entertained and educated more than we have at the same time. We are the #1 edutainment stream. You learned so much about whales right there. That was incredible.
Can we get a Pokemon our friends, not food?
Deltoid, thank you for the bits. I mean, we can get a Pokemon of friends, not food. We can. Give me 1 second here. Let me think of a good one. Please do not eat Pokemon. I think it's wrong and immoral to eat our friends. We'll see what it does with these two phrases, because it's probably going to be cursed as hell. Thank you very much, by the way. I appreciate that anonymous gifter for gifting a sub to Macanches? Macnches. I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Please, please, please enjoy the stream, both of you. Thank you, seriously. Goodbye to anyone leaving, by the way. I'm so sorry I'm not catching all the messages. I'm very, very focused on reading here and writing. I'm working on my book right here on stream. But welcome to everyone who's been a part of this. Thank you very much to anyone who's been a part of this, who's been like chilling, enjoying the vibes that we create together. Pokemon are friend and food. No, stop eating Pokemon. Stop eating the Pokemon, chat. All right? I'm writing a story about it right here, okay? Please do not eat Pokemon. I think it's wrong and immoral to eat our friends. We must remember that there is an army of Pokemon people are looking for. They like to collect all the Pokemon there and use them for their own purposes. Are they Team Rocket? Some can be good because of their abilities. Some may be bad because they are ugly. Remember, guys, if you're ugly, you're bad. That's why these streams are always so bad, because of me. but they want to use them to win battles. Some are good because of their friendship with other Pokemon. Some may be bad because they are weak or just annoying.
Punch me in the boob.
The rule against eating Pokemon is there is an army of people. Wait, what? We need to know more. But first, thank you very much to Laundry for giving a sub to Yasmin. That's so nice of you, Yasmin. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Thank you very much. I'm bad AF. What is this? Consume vanilla. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Having such a good time tonight, but I'm exhausted. Good night, Brian, mods, and chat. Love y'all and enjoy this cursed content. Thank you so much, Nayeli. Thank you very much for chilling with us. Take care. Get some wonderful, restful sleep. I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me. Hell yeah. There you go. That's the way that you should take that. I am a bad Pokemon. No, chat, you're beautiful. You're breathtaking. You're breathtaking. We need to know more about the army of people. Oh, boy. The rule against eating Pokemon is that there is an army of people hunting for Pokemon. I would agree with you, but this isn't an army that we can control. We can only protect our own Pokemon. There is no army of Pokemon hunters that we can be concerned about. There are only people that you can be concerned about. We must know that there is an army of people in search of Pokemon. Why does he keep repeating like two nouns? Army and Pokemon over and over. That being said, if you ever get any Pokemon on your Pokemon Grow, did it mean Pokemon Go and it just like mistyped? You should be careful because there are people looking for Pokemon. That's really funny. This is all about Team Rocket. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It felt like it was all about Team Rocket. Holy shit. Wow, my head is starting to hurt already. This is absolutely ridiculous. Holy cow. Okie doke, artichokes. I hate to dip on meme maker night, but I have so much homework to do tomorrow, so I need to lurk. Thanks for the great memes, and I'll be sure to catch the VOD. Take care, Sarah. Thank you so much for dropping by. Enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck with the homework as well. Team Rocket eats their Pokemon 2020. Pokemon grow to the polls. Oh boy. Speaking of memes, if you guys are enjoying this stream and you come up with any dumbass memes or like fan art of the memes or whatever, feel free to throw them over on our Reddit. We have a subreddit where you can go. It's the reddit.com/r/beaglybubs, where people drop, wholesome words for each other's, encouragement, things like that. People drop fan art, people drop writing, just everything under the sun that has to do with this community. Feel free to go join that up and toss whatever you want over there. Curly Fries, thank you for the bits. That's really nice of you. This emote is so cute. I'm so glad you enjoy it, Sky. Again, I just wanted like a classic sort of like laughing one that's like when things are funny, people can use it. Because we have like, we have access to regular LOL. We have access to regular LUL. But having one that's customized for us is like, I like doing that every now and then, like one of the classic memes. It's really neat. Again, Slade, thank you so much. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but thank you for all of your hard work and your amazing style. It's really, really great. Just posted something else onto the subreddit, and in a few minutes, I'll add my NNH fan art. Bravo. I love it. Wait, it says select an example up here. Unicorns that speak English. What? Oh my God. So if you don't like know what to write, if you're uninspired, you can just click one of these. Unicorns that speak English. Oh, this is a long one. In a shocking finding, that's not how you write. In a shocking find, scientists discovered, scientists? Maybe? Oh my God. Blanky, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that a lot. That's really nice of you. But again, not necessary at all. Thank you very, very much for the support. That's really cool of you. Thank you. Scientists discovered a herd of unicorns living in a remote, previously unexplored valley in the Andes Mountains. Even more surprising to the researchers was the fact that the unicorns spoke perfect English. I want to use this example. This sounds kind of neat. Look at all those chickens. I love that. That is still one of my favorite vines of all time. I think I'm going to dip for the night too. Good night, all. Shira, take care. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your energy. We appreciate your hard work. And it will be wonderful to see you, hopefully, in the next stream. But until then, I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for all that you do, Shira. All right. Let's generate another. In a shocking find, scientists discovered a herd of unicorns living in a remote, previously unexplored valley in the Andes Mountains. Even more surprising to the researchers was the fact that the unicorns spoke perfect English. While previously believed to be domesticated and restricted to northern Mexico, this unicorn's genetic material from the Spanish colonization of the Andes Mountains could easily be transferred to other animals, like the unicorn herd. In the paper published online in PNAS, I don't know what that is today, a team of scientists led by David E. Loomis of Yale University published their findings in a chapter entitled Intracellular Translation and Gene Transfer in the Common Unicorn, a Molecular Approach. That got so scholarly. Woo colonization, no. Wow, no. Spanish colonization caused unicorns. Yeah, you guys might think it's beautiful. Unicorns are beautiful and lovely mythical creatures, but really they're the byproduct of bad colonizers back in the day. Oh my God. So funny. I feel learned. I feel learned. I do too. I see my brain is growing. It's how the Grinch's heart grows by four sizes or whatever. That's what my brain's doing during tonight's stream. Oh my God, is it? I have to get ready for bed. I might be back, but good night. If you're not back, I hope you have a lovely night. Thank you so much for joining us for a while. PNAS is a real publication, and yes, it's pronounced how you think it is. Panas? Oh, that's so funny.
No, why would I get that?
Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for gifting a sub to Amadane. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much, but not at all necessary. Ever. Thank you very, very much, though. That's really nice of you. Thank you to every single person who's here tonight just chilling out. You guys are lovely. You're wonderful. All right. Let's think of another one. Let's think of it. This is basically me thinking of these like horrible, dumb things, these prompts, is basically what ends up going up on like my alt Twitter. This is like my alt Twitter, but then something else expands upon it. Good Lord. Peanut. Oh no, not peanut. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's so dumb. Good Lord. It was Friday the 13th, the night before Christmas. Oh, God. Haha, the peak of comedy. I know. Your alt Twitter drafts. Yeah. Should have stayed in the drafts. Should have stayed in the drafts. Do you think it's possible to eat a baseball. Not... Not just consume it, but actually have your body digest the baseball and all the materials that make it up. We're gonna find out right here. Blanky, what are you doing? Oh my god! Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for yelling, guys, but that is an alert that always makes me yell a lot. Thank you so much, Blanky. That is way too much, though. Thank you very, very much. Chat, can we please get some pride spam for that? That was really, really nice. Thank you very, very much, but absolutely not necessary. That is way too much. You've already done so much this stream. You don't have to do more like that. Especially not that much. Thank you so much, though, for supporting the stream. Thank you very, very much, but absolutely not necessary. I'm so sorry. I just yelled so loud, guys. I hope that it wasn't, like, too loud, but thank you very, very much. Seriously, you guys are so sweet. Way too sweet, though. Amazing people here. Seriously, though, you guys are incredible. I really appreciate all that you do, but it's never, like, again, you're spending your time here in this community. Your very important, very valuable resource of time is being put into this community. Like, you're doing so much already. Thank you for that. Seriously, thank you for the 50. Thank you. Good God. Like, thank you, chat, also for the pride. That's so lovely to see. I love seeing that rainbow of colors here. Like, this makes me really happy. Oh, boy. Okay, now that I'm done having a heart attack, and now my reading will be even worse. Oh, God. It's gonna be even worse. All right. Do you think it's possible to eat a baseball? Not just consume it, but actually have your body digest the baseball and all the materials that make it up. This way, you could ingest some for energy and have a healthy meal later, too. 3. I like that this is acting like this is a list. That this was point 2. If a person can only eat one type of food, say red meat, are you sure that's enough food to eat? For example, if that person has to eat a red meat and eats it a lot, but he doesn't like it, how much more will he eat? I don't know, probably none, computer. 4. I know this stuff exists, but I've never heard of anything that sounds this complex. What the fuck? That's so dumb. It careens so far off. Like, off track. What is it talking about? Like, can you imagine? So the entire point that these, like, programs were even created, these algorithms were ever created, was if people needed, like, a writing prompt, they could be like, Deborah was at the store. She saw a very creepy person staring at her from the shadows. She held her breath nervously as she tried not to make eye contact. And then you're like, oh shit, what comes next? What do I want to do? Generate another. And then it spits out this. These were originally meant to help writers or essay writers make, like generate prompts, like to help further their writing. But instead it does this. Me writing an essay. Yeah, so we had, Deborah was at the store. She saw a very creepy person staring at her from the shadows. She held her breath nervously as she tried not to make eye contact. What in the hell are you doing in here? She asked. She was a little startled as the person was standing next to her. In the shadows appeared an adult. She looked back and saw herself standing next to a man. How did you do that? She asked as the man looked at her. I went inside to look at some books. It looked like I was supposed to go outside. I can't hear them. Can you imagine if a book was written this way? Like, oh yeah, okay, this is kind of creepy. Yeah, whoa. She was startled because suddenly the person was next to her. In the shadows appeared an adult. They're all adults in the scenario, but one person has to be specified as an adult. And then they're like, I'm sorry, I thought I had to go inside to look at books, but actually I think I was meant to go outside. Sorry about that. Like, what? Yeah, not an adult, no! Oh, it's so funny. It's so dumb, but it's so funny. Nobody. Phasmophobia ghost. Adult. Adult. Can you give us a sign? Adult. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's so funny. Oh, my God. So good. That's what... Maybe I should do serious prompts from now on. Maybe I shouldn't even write curse shit, because it's going to write curse shit for me. I'm gonna try to write like semi-serious something. All right. I've been having a hard time picking out Christmas gifts for friends lately. It makes me sad to think that I might not be able to get them presents until a little after the holidays. Pretty normal, kind of a downer statement to write. Let's see what it gives me. Is it going to keep the tone? Or is it going to completely change it? This is too real of a prompt. Take it back. I've been having a hard time picking out Christmas gifts for friends lately. It makes me sad to think that I might not be able to get them presents until a little after the holidays. That's just how I've always done it. I do my best to keep it simple and not try to find too much. One simple gift with a cute message that makes me smile was the best one for my husband. You guys know my husband. And I don't mind saying so, since he never likes to look at presents when I feel sad. I'm very happy. He's always said I'm good and happy. His children are very friendly, but he knows I'm happy. Yeah, fuck those kids. It's me that matters. My happiness matters. Me when I'm happy. Oh, I think my favorite part was that I do my best to keep it simple and not try. To just the redundant nature of that is really funny to me for some reason. Oh, boy. Yes, your husband you speak of. I'm always talking about my husband. You know that, guys. Those of you new here, yeah, you know my husband. Everyone knows that about my husband. That I God. Me trying to fill the word count on an essay, right? Oh, my God. It's so funny. All right. Let's do another story. Let's do like another story, like an actual story. All right, we'll keep with Deborah. She was our original protagonist. Deborah was tired. Not just tired like normal, but the type of tired that sinks deep into your bones. She was driving to the store, not truly paying attention to the road, when suddenly she felt her car hit something. A loud bump, and her heart sank. Ooh. All right. Deborah was tired. Not just tired like normal, but the kind of tired that sinks deep into your bones. She was driving to the store, not truly paying attention to the road, when suddenly she felt her car hit something. A loud bump, and her heart sank. What the fuck did it just do? She turned around, her face red, and saw a man staring at her from behind the car. He had a look on his face that she couldn't read. The look of determination, of strength. Maybe his eyes were burning. The sound was heavy, like thunder, and she had no doubt that it was a truck, its tires skidding on the road. The driver was looking at the girl. What? What is going on? I don't know, thing. I'm wondering this too. What? Wait, what? Like that guy kind of creepy. The man is a truck. That's what I got out of that. Nat. What she hit was a man who still was staring at her when she looked behind her, and then he was a truck. Made her? Yeah. I made her. Made her. Good night, Yasmin. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate that. Man truck, man hook trunk. You've been struck by truck. You've been struck by truck. I love that. All right, we got to know more about the story, Chad. I'm very enthralled.
What's going on?
She looked up. Her hand shook. A look of horror on her face. The truck was stopped, its tires skidding.
Where the fuck did you just drive up here? What the fuck is happening?
Oh my God, she has a potty mouth. The woman looked behind her and saw a truck stopped. Wait, is there just trucks surrounding her all of a sudden? Everywhere she looks, there's a truck. Fuck! The girl screamed, a cry like a cat attacking a bear. Is that a common thing we should know the specific sound of? Is that any different than a cat attacking anything else? The car was a Ford pickup. Its driver was a man wearing a baseball cap, and his truck, its tires skidding like ... Oh my God. Why is there a truck everywhere? She just, like, every 2 seconds, she forgets she saw the truck behind her, and it's like she looked behind her and saw a truck again. Oh, God. The tire be, like, skidding. Oh, boy. Not a baseball cap, I know, right? Where's this guy's sense of fashion? This sounds like a Chevy commercial. Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be kind of awesome if, like car companies and other, like, basic, like, industries made, like, cinematic short films that weren't just, like, 5 cars doing car stunts, driving back and forth between each other in the desert. But instead, it was, like, a short film, like, horror movie. That'd be dope. I would totally be like, well, I kind of think about buying that car now. That's kind of neat. That'd be kind of neat. This is legit Silent Hill meets Drug Trip meets truck car promo. Yeah, right? Is this the origin story of the Transformers? That gave me an idea for a new prompt. Michael Bay makes a lot of movies. Every movie Michael Bay creates has explosions. All of his movies rely on explosions to give the audience something worth looking at. God. Delicious Dumpy. What a name. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Hi. Truck as it would be. We all off-road down here. Oh my God, Stoned. You'll be off-road too. Yeah, there we go. We just... Do you know how many memesters with expendable income would just buy that fucking truck then, though? That would be such a smart move. That would be marketing towards the like current generation. That would work. I guarantee that type of shit would work. Like, you know, like how like esports, like clothing brands do like crossover like collections and shit. It's like 100 Thieves X FIFA, you know, like shit like that. But it was like Chevy X It, the horror movie. Like, people would be like, what the fuck is this? They'd buy it. People would buy that shit. Brian marketing to Gen Z. I used to work in marketing. That's the type of shit I used to I'd tell my clients, take a risk like that. Do something absolutely stupid that you just feel is like kind of dumb, but it's something like you've always wanted to try with your marketing. And clients would do that, and their sales would go up like 50 times as much. It like across the board. Anytime I was like, you gotta try a different approach. What you're doing is old and shallow. No one likes it. No one likes being marketed to this way. Make something that's actually fun. It worked. It's like 5:30. Oh my God. Yeah, Jinx definitely gets. I thought you left a while ago. Please get some good rest. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna generate this story about Michael Bay though. So stupid it works is basically meme culture. Exactly, right? It really does. Like, I mean, that's the whole thing, right? It's like you see social media accounts for like Chips Ahoy getting like a ton of engagement because all they have to do is like tweet about like K-pop or tweet about like, I don't know, the current meme at the time. And people will like engage with that. They get like into that. even though it's a brand. It's it's the way you do it now, I guess. All right. Anyway, let's hear about Michael Bay. Good old Michael Explosion Bay, who made the Transformers movies. Yeah, me and the boys at 3am looking for beans. Exactly. You slap that meme onto any product, and I'm dumb enough to probably buy it. Truly. Michael Bay makes a lot of movies. Every movie Michael Bay creates has explosions. All of his movies rely on explosions to give the audience something worth looking at. This is why it is amazing how he has to make a lot of movies, but the explosions never seem to bother him. His explosions for Alien Covenant, not a Michael Bay movie. Take care, Danny. Thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate you being here. Are just that, explosions that aren't that memorable. He has made it clear from the very beginning that he cares more about the film's effects. Oh my god, that's too real. The explosions and flying things that you might just come to expect from him are a part of what make his films memorable. Wait, they're not memorable, but they are memorable? Oh, that's really funny. God, I love this program. It's so dumb. Like Wendy's Twitter roasted people that got a lot of promo for them. Exactly, them pretending to be like a real person that's like engaging with like the internet in like a recognizable, familiar sort of like joking way is such a huge move for them as a brand. Covering all bases, right? This sounds like how destroyed my thoughts are when I'm having a sensory overload, right? Oh my god, this is my brain is like overheating at this point. This is absolutely insane. I'm gonna look up. I wonder what the best soup recipe online is. That's it. That's all I'm writing. I wonder what the best soup recipe online is. Curly Fries, take care. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Thank you very, very much for chilling. If you're exhausted, I hope you get a lot of good rest. Wendy's had a Wattpad account. I'm not even surprised at this point. 0% surprised about that. Have you considered changing the model to large? What does that do exactly, Caesar? I guess we can try that after this one. I wonder what the best soup recipe online is. One day I'm going to put my blog account in my Google Plus account. Google Plus doesn't even exist anymore. I will also be starting my own Facebook page if you want. We're on the cutting edge of technology and social media with this one. The blog I'm going to start will be entitled, I am going to put my blog account in my Google Plus account. Very meta. I'm going to put hey guys, I'm going to put my blog account in my Google Plus account. What's the title of your blog account? Title of my blog account is going to be, put my blog account in my Google Plus account. I'll also be starting my own Facebook page if you want. The blog I'm going to start will be titled, I was born yesterday. It will be filled with good jokes. I hope so. I really hope so. Mark's new Facebook cooking blog, exactly. Oh my god. It would be filled with good jokes. Just in case you weren't drawn in by the title of I was born yesterday. Had nothing to do with soup. I know, right? Where's this soup recipe? I really wanted a soup recipe. What's going on here? I feel like I was robbed here. All right, large. I don't know what it does, but we're gonna generate another one with the same prompt and maybe get some soup. We're gonna see. Okay, this is talking about soups already. We're good. Okay. I wonder what the best soup recipe online is. I love to make vegan soups, but I can't find any. Please help. Thank you. I love to make vegetarian soup with black beans. Where can I find a recipe? I'm on a bit of a diet, but I do get hungry at times. This is a good soup to make. I just discovered this website. Is this just reviews on an actual recipe webpage? I just discovered this website. I like to make soup as much as possible. I have a big pot with veggies or sometimes just veggies in it. Well, it's good to know that sometimes when they put veggies in their soup, it's just veggies. Oh, God. That's so funny. Soup website, yeah. Here's the thing, though. With the internet, there's definitely a website that's dedicated only to soup. That's not even that weird. These are the comments on the blog on Google Plus. Yeah, probably. That's so good. I don't know what did changing it to large do? Did it just like generate like more instances? I don't know what the top K is or anything like that. I didn't try to like mess with any of that. I'm gonna do one more because I want a soup recipe. I wonder what the best soup recipe online is. I like to make soup by. There we go. I'm gonna give it a more of a push in the right direction. More of a push in the right direction. All right. I'm on the soup page. Why are you on the soup page? Oh, good repurposing of that meme. That's wonderful. I'm very excited to see if it actually listens to us this time. Very, very funny. I wonder what the best soup recipe online is. I like to make soup by cooking the raw ingredients with vegetable broth and seasoning to perfection, but I never seem to find a recipe that is tasty, creamy, and filling. Well, I mean, if you're only using vegetable broth, that might be part of it. When I did find a good soup recipe online, I found it on a website that is basically just an online soup/steak recipe list. Those are not two foods that are like anything alike. A soup list on a website to me means that the recipe is actually written by a person, not me. I usually find some of the recipes from that website to be the best because I see them as recipes. Can you imagine if you went to a website and halfway through reading like an article or a recipe, you were just like, wait a second, this is written by me. This isn't written by another person, this is written by me. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking die tonight. I'm gonna die on stream. That's TOS if that happens. If I die. It's so funny. Soup list on a website to me means that the recipe is actually written by a person, not me. That also makes it seem like I'm not a person. That's really funny. I keep trying to find soup recipes, but they're all by me. Oh my god, that's such a stupid idea. It's such a stupid image. If you just Googled it and it was just by you. Oh god. Wait a minute. This was written by me. Sounds like a trolly Twilight Zone episode. Yeah, it does. Oops, all me. Okay, we gotta move past this soup recipe. That's the third one I did with the soup. It's not good. It's not generating enough. Like this you can't top this one. There's no topping this one. So we gotta move on from this one. I was gonna look up if steak soup was a thing. I guarantee steak soup is a thing. I bet if you like get like shaved steak or like finely like chop up steak, you could use it as like a meat in a soup. Oh my god, I'm crying. I'm actually crying. Holy shit. That was so good. Go-gurt is always funny to me. Go-gurt is just a funny like food. It's just a weird food. Tickle Milk, take care. Thank you for hanging out. Peak comedy is soup. Listen, I'm a simple person. I see a simple joke written by an AI, I laugh. Okay, I'm gonna lurk to get some things done. I see you all later. All right, Emma, good luck lurking. Doing the things you gotta do. Sorry I ditched out, Brian. I had to make a meme. That is absolutely fine. The more memes we have over on the subreddit, the happier I am. Woo! Steak taco soup sounds so good. That actually sounds amazing. I like that. Oh, it's mac and cheese. I just realized is your name. I'm a moron. I was literally trying to say your name as mac and cheese. Oh, boy. I'm dumb. All right. All right. Whew. Okay. I'm going to do... I really need a new pair of shoes. I would like them to be running shoes. I went to the store the other day, and then I'm leaving it at that. We're pushing it again in the right direction, seeing what it does. Woo! The truck story made me cry laugh. Oh my god, the truck. All right, we can do some more serious prompts after this. Oh god, I tweeted it at you. I'm glad you realized though. Sometimes it just takes me a little bit longer. That's all. Try the drop-down menu that says select an example. I already did. We already did the unicorns that speak English. I think we can come. I think no matter what you put in this, it's gonna be just absolutely the dumbest shit in the world. So, whew, okay. I really need a new pair of shoes. I would like them to be running shoes. I went to the store the other day and they did not have shoes, but they had boots, and this made me very upset. Is there a place to get a pair of shoes? Sandra V, USA. I needed a pair of shoes with a rubber sole. WF's, United States. My feet just don't care. It's almost as though they aren't feeling them. YH, United States. I need 2 pairs of shoes of size 11. Is this just like... Did it try to like emulate a like shoe complaint forum? Is there like a specialty forum out there where people are just bitching about shoes not being at the shoe store and only boots being there? Is that what this is? This just sounds like Craigslist. Yeah, it really does. Oh my god. For some reason I misheard that as United Steaks. I might have said steaks since we were just talking about steak for so long. Holy shit, this site is like insane to me. 11-inch. That's actually a great catch. Size 11 in. I think it means like 11 in men's or something is probably what it means. But that would be so funny if it's 11-inch shoes. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. That's so funny to me. Holy crap! I'm seriously. I'm gonna throw up, chat. This is the funniest website. Mavery, thank you so much for the tier 1. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Thanks for joining our community. I'm glad that you're enjoying your time enough here to sub. TOS, yeah, if I barf on stream, I do get banned. I think it's like a 3-day ban if I barf on stream, which is hilarious because that's the same amount of time that I was banned for doxing someone back in the day. For doxing a troll, a racist troll. So, how are those two things the same? I don't know. Oh, God. Are boots not shoes? Apparently, according to this. Can you try pasting a tweet from your alt account? Oh, God. It's not a terrible idea. Give me 1 second.
Break out the
Why are you giving me horrible, like, terrible things to do? Yo, Katie, thank you so much for gifting a sub to C. Winchester. That's so nice of you. C. Winchester, if you're in the chat, please make sure that you're saying thank you to Katie for that gifted sub. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. Katie, thank you for supporting someone else here in the community as well as myself with that. It's way too generous of you, though. Thank you. Do the pudding. Please do the pudding one. I forgot what I even wrote for that. Let me actually look for Girbeagly pudding. Nothing but your own fear is keeping you from using pudding as skincare is what I had tweeted back on November 27th. Okay, let's do that one. Let's do that one. That sounds good. That sounds like a good one. Racists will die at the hand of Brian. It's true. They will. All right, we're going to do this. All right. Nothing but your own fear is keeping you from using pudding as skincare. This is gonna be... Is this too real? It's already started. It knows who I am. It knows who I am already. Nothing but your own fear is keeping you from using pudding as skincare. It called me out. Someone in their 30s living in New York. Technically, Morgan is my best friend, so yeah. Living with my best friend. Nothing but your own fear is keeping you from using pudding as skincare. I am so thankful that at age 33 and living alone in New York with my best friend, One night, I noticed a few skin concerns about pudding. I'm so thankful for my friend's confidence. What did I tell? I told someone secrets about my pudding skincare routine in confidence. Some of the tips I'm sharing here are for use on skin, in the bath, and after you wash. A few are for makeup, and I find it easier to use after a bath. Here's a list of common skin concerns I encountered from the Skin Food book. Oh, God, that's so funny. Can you imagine? You take a shower, you take a bath or a shower, and you're like super clean. You've shampooed your hair. You've used like soap or body wash. You smell like flowers or whatever your skin product smells like. You smell so nice. And then you just lather pudding on your skin. Can you imagine? That would be so funny. If someone just stepped out of the shower, just lathered pudding all over themselves after washing their skin off. It'd be so funny. Sticky, yeah. It's not like pudding works into your skin either. There'd just be like globs of it all over. Oh, God. The girl from Little Nightmares wrote the book. Oh, Skin Food? I get it. Ah, clever. Oh, God. Brian is losing his mind. I lost my mind ages ago. I got flustered by the hype train earlier. And then I'm just like already bad at reading. And then this is making it harder to think because this is just so stupid. Oh, God. Oh, that's insane. That's just insane. Tapioca is good for exfoliation. Is it actually? You know, I've heard of tapioca. Actually, you're right. I have heard of it in certain products. But I'm talking like the little like snack packs that like Jell-O makes of like the Jell-O pudding that like kids would bring to like the lunchroom, and it's like the layered like vanilla chocolate. And there'd always be that one kid that's like, I'll trade you for your pudding pack. Like, I'm talking about that. Like, you just rub it all over. Boba is luxury skincare. Oh, my God. If you use boba for skincare, that would be so expensive. Boba's not, like, super cheap. It's not, like, the most expensive thing out there, but boba's kind of expensive. Some people are using their own urine as skincare. Oh, God. I don't want to know. I don't need to know, I guess. Can't get over how the first sentence exposed you. Yeah. It knew. It's like, listen, you're writing a lot of dumb shit in me tonight. So, oh, God. I'm going to... I need like a second. I need like a second to breathe. Peace on it? Well, peace on it wasn't serious, though. Are there real people using urine? No, don't tell me. Don't tell me because I don't want to know. I don't want to know. We're going to type it into this thing, though. Urine is a skin care material. No. I'm just going to write. Some people use urine in their skin care routine. Here we go. Generating. No, don't type it. It's too late. It's been done. I pulled the trigger live on... You can't take back. It's not like I'm editing a video. It's been done. Some people use urine in their skincare routine. I will try it as a supplement. Supplements are things you consume. I don't like that. I have been using the powder as a base for my cream and sometimes also my moisturizer. It has a nice fresh smell. No, it does not. I usually have a nice oil on my skin, but not in thick, oily layer. I always have a layer on my hand that doesn't look too greasy. I usually try to use the powder when I want to use a serum. 2 people found this helpful. The 2 people who found this helpful are Mark and Ethan. Now, this is from Unis Anas. This is when they were Googling if they were capable, if it was smart to bathe in their own pee. Oh, God, I hate it here. I just love that this was ran like a freaking, like, Yelp or, like, Amazon review. Woo! I'm gonna throw up. Oh, God. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, God. Why is it so accurate? I know, right? Chat, my throat and my lungs hurt from, like, laughing. My like, stomach hurts. FaceTime Ethan. I probably will after this stream, honestly. I'm gonna FaceTime him on stream and be like, hey, look at what text said about you and Mark. We made it a joke about Unis Honest. Like, Yahoo Answers, yeah. It's probably, it's like a Quora answer or something. Oh, God. My throat is also hurting from this. I'm glad I'm not alone in that. Jesus. This is just insane. All right, we're gonna go back to serious suspense thriller writer mode. All right. John heard a knock at the door, but thought it was strange. He wasn't expecting company tonight. Again, the sound of knuckles rapping against hard wood reached his ears, this time more frantic and aggressive. He tensed up as he crossed the room towards the door. Creepy. Spooky. All right. Holy crap, I'm gonna die. All right, I set this up pretty well. This is like a little bit spooky. It's generic. It's cliche, but it's spooky. Let's see what the computer does. John heard a knock at the door, but thought it was strange. He wasn't expecting company tonight. Again, the sound of knuckles rapping against hard wood reached his ears, this time more frantic and aggressive. He tensed up as he crossed the room towards the door. What's up? Who is it? He hissed, but realized he couldn't have expected any of this when he saw something moving in the corner. What was it? He looked over, only to see a dark figure running down the hall. Oh my God, this is actually, maybe this is a good one. Maybe this is a creepy one. He turned, staring hard at the door. The door had moved too fast for him to catch it. It swung open and he stepped inside, his heart beating harder than any other muscle in his body. The wind howling through the cracked metal. Wait. I mean, where John is in the story is sort of like all over the place, but this is kind of creepy. Low-key fire, right? Low-key fire. All right, we're gonna hit more. I want to know more about this. I want to see how long it takes for this to break. Sorry again that it's some of it's not going to be on screen, most likely, because it's going to generate a lot more for chat. Woo. Okay. He turned. Wait, we already read that. The wind howling through the cracked metal wall, and just as his brain started racing, he froze, his vision becoming hazy. The sight of his beloved dog was so much better than his face on the ground. It's a dog, he stuttered to himself. Why? It's a dog, he stuttered to himself, not wanting to wake him up. The voice spoke from the other end of the room. A man, about 60, dressed in a suit, tie, and tie-cur. What is a tie-cur? Is that like something that goes on your tie? I am an officer of the police department. Okay, more. I need to know more. Oh, God. I'm an officer of the police department, he spoke. That is not how writing works. Taking a seat on the bench, we take a low risk of any suspected animal aggression. However, you may be arrested if found to be in possession of a lethal weapon. If you choose to speak up, do so with full understanding that you are under arrest and that the only thing you can do is give your full attention to the situation, and that I will take every reasonable opportunity to assist you with a suitable explanation of the whole situation. What? Is the dog the cop? It's Scruff McGruff. Flace, take care. Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you very much for chilling tonight. Oh my god, this is the dumbest website. This is clearly John's fever dream. Yeah, this is the part in the novel where John wakes up in a cold sweat. It's like, oh, wow, I had the craziest dream. And the writer's like, it had all been a dream. John was safe in his apartment, except for the faint smell of wet dog. God. Oh, man, I want to stay, but I need to get to bed since I have work in the morning. Good night, everyone. Take care, Nat. Thank you for chilling. Thank you so much. Paw Patrol! Oh, God. That's really funny. This is going to be good if it was edited heavily. Yeah, I mean, you could rework some of this. And I think that's the main point, right? Is it's not going to, like, send out bangers. You're not going to get a New York Times bestseller from this. But it's supposed to, the AI is supposed to be smart enough to give you some form of structure with logical, like, progression through, like, a, like, through thread of sorts. Like a narrative through thread. And it sometimes works, and it clearly sometimes does not. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna do... I had a nightmare the other night. I dreamt I was in the jungle and sinking into quicksand. Except the quicksand was not made of sand, but rather mac and cheese. There we go. There we go. I dreamt I sailed to China in a little rowboat to find you. All right, we're generating, chat. We're generating. Stephen King, but the generator was cocaine. God, no one expects the Paw Patrol. Exactly. They take you by surprise. I had a nightmare the other night. I dreamt I was in the jungle and sinking into quicksand. Except the quicksand was not made of sand, but rather mac and cheese. It looked like something I had just had. Then I saw the giant snake that was trying to eat me with the sand, and I fell into it. I had to run to the other side of the river, and I heard the jungle on the other side. They would have killed me if I went back in again. I've never heard the jungle or the people in the jungle talk. It is just there, like the sound of an ocean breeze or some other animals. Wait, more. Tell me more about this jungle. It doesn't get any louder than that. Then the next morning, I met a guy named John. Hey, John from the other story is here. In a jungle. He was standing by the door. He must have been sleeping because he wasn't wearing any clothes. Yeah, I mean, that's my first thought when anyone who's naked. You had to have been sleeping. We talked for a bit. I told him about what happened. He said he saw the snake come for me. Then he said he saw that he's dead. And he took the snake away with him. I didn't even bother to ask how he came to know about me. Oh, good lord. Nico, enjoy your lurk. Thank you for hanging with us. Oh my god. Naked John. Yeah. Naked guy John. Oh god. My favorite fruit is the strawberry. The strawberry. I really like strawberries because they, and then I'm gonna let it do its own thing. Okay, but then story about people in dreams meeting and stuff, but it's all messy and doesn't make sense 100% because dreams tend to be a bit loosey-goosey, right? Yeah, maybe these characters, these two protagonists are astral projected, you know, something, seeing each other on the astral plane. All right, we're generating another. My favorite fruit is the strawberry. I really like strawberries because they're juicy and they're very easy to eat in salads. I usually use 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar and make it at the same time, but if you want it to be more like apple pie, use 4 tablespoons, and then use a little more sugar to taste, and add some fruit if you want. All of that stuff is optional. Now, I don't use a pan or any sort of oven or anything to brown my sweet corn. What the fuck does this have to do with strawberries? What is it? Why would it... Why would it give me a recipe for apple pie? when I'm talking about strawberries. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Del Monte, is that you? How do you brown your sweet corn? I mean, I bet that's possible. You can brown anything if you have enough determination and heat. Corn strawberry pie, maybe? Oh, boy. They just do it different sometimes. All right. Burn that sweet corn, King. Oh, my God. Corn and strawberry sounds like a very white person dinner. But they can't be touching, though. All right. We're going to do... here is my grandmother's recipe for chili, and then a colon. Let's see if it gives us something good. Let's see if it gives us something good. Actually, maybe without the colon, it will be less confusing for the AI. Oh God, it changed it to a different thing. Here's my grandmother's recipe for chili peppers. It's called cherry, and it's so easy to make and even easy to make, just like her recipe. Good thing her recipe is easy to make, just like her recipe, guys. It goes well with all kinds of things. Ingredients. 16, and then 22 in parentheses, peppers, chopped. More. I need to know more about the recipe. When it's easy to make and is even easy to make, right? 16, 22 peppers is a lot. Yeah, I love it's like, do you get to choose which number? Just to keep in mind, guys, peppers are counted differently than other vegetables. If you have 16 peppers, it's actually equal to 22 peppers in normal measurements. For more desired amount, 2 large carrots peeled, 2 cups water, 4 cloves garlic, 1 14-ounce can red kidney beans. I use kidney beans from the supermarket, but this would work as well. Wait, what? Red kidney beans would be better than kidney beans from the supermarket? Okay. 1 can 14-ounce diced red onion. 1 14-ounce can 14-ounce corn. Drained. So it's just this can is packed all the way to the brim with the corn. This can only hold 14 ounces of corn, and there's 14 ounces exactly in this. Someone make this. No. This would be the worst recipe. 14-ounce can of 14-ounce strained tomatoes, 7 cloves of garlic. Yeah, 11 cloves of garlic. Can you just smashing garlic all day and just putting it all into this? I mean, good thing you have, but like all of this other shit, these 14-ounce cans of everything to water it all down, and then just 2 carrots. I need to know more. I need to know the rest of the recipe. I need to know. I've got to choke on my own spit. Oh my God. 4 cups of corn kernels. To cook the chili peppers, add all the ingredients and gently whisk until the corn mixture is completely dissolved. Set the chili peppers aside and prepare the ground beef. That wasn't in our ingredients. In a large bowl, combine the ground beef, garlic, onion, that wasn't there either, and tomato, and season well with salt and pepper. Place the chili peppers in a glass saucepan and cook over medium heat until the chili peppers become tender. Taste the chili peppers and remove any that are still not soft enough. Whew, God. More corn. Yeah, it already has the corn. Why are there 4 more cups of corn? For chili peppers. The recipe is called cherry, mind you, everybody. Yeah, they decided partway through it was going to be vegetarian. Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh god. Okay. I want to try a different one. If we hit generate another, we'll get a different recipe. We'll get a different recipe. Let's try it. We got it. Chili powder this time. If you want to make your own chili powder, you're sick of the convenience of buying it for $1 at the store for more chili powder than you'll ever use in your entire life. You can make it yourself. Classic cherry recipe. Just like grandmama used to make. Here's my grandmother's recipe for chili powder. The recipe contains a lot of salt, so I have a couple of suggestions on how to add it to the food. How I make chili powder. When I'm having a meal, I use a few things for its preparation. So I have a mix of hot chili powders and cold ones. Who is heating up powder, which is fine though. So I have it all. 1 hot chili powder, 2 cold chili powder, 3 hot pepper powder, 4 cold pepper powder. More. I need to know more. 5 hot sauce, 6 cold sauce. What sauce? I like that there's an opposite of hot sausage. It's called cold sauce. Just hot sauce and cold. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Oh my god. There's no cold salt. Yeah, just salt at the end here. Oh my god.
Breath.
Oh, I'm trying to breath. Oh, I'm trying to. So the chili powder is hot, the hot peppers is cold, and vinegar is salt. So the chili powder, so the chili powder is hot. I add salt and add it just to mix the spices. Then I combine all the spices together in a food processor until my mixture has a nice creamy texture. It's not how you make powder. Then I add fresh pepper, salt, and blend it. It is ready now. Is it? Thank you for the bits, by the way, Az. Creamy powder. Oh, I know. It sounds so good. Is it ready? No. Not even remotely close to being ready. Okay, I want like an actual chili recipe, so we're gonna do colon here after chili. Oh my god, I'm like crying, chat. I am hot sauce, cold sauce. Oh god. Here's my grandmother's chili recipe for chili. All right, we got real chili recipe right now. POV, you put it in a dehydrator. Oh god. Cook my grandmother's chili by placing it into a pot or slow cooker. When it's completely cooked, let it cool. It will need to be refrigerated for about 10 to 12 hours. When it's cold, add 1/4 cup of liquid or beef broth. What liquid? Add the chili paste and stir it until it is smooth and is not sticky. After a few minutes, or several minutes, your choice, really. Dealer's choice here. Make a few small cuts for garnish. Cuts of what? Then cover tightly with a lid or plastic bag and you chill it again to make chili. Oh god. Dakotayo, thank you so much for the sub. Enjoy your emotes and your sub badge. I'm sorry, I'm crying here. Thank you so much for the sub. Enjoy your time here in the community. It really means a lot to have your support. I need to know more about this chilled chili. Chill for 5 hours. If anyone makes any of these recipes, God, all you've made is like a biohazard in your kitchen. Add all ingredients into the slow cooker with the chili. Cook on low. Wait, the chili's done, but then you... Okay, whatever. Cook on low for 1 hour and then high for another 1 to 2 hours. This allows the chili to thicken. Once it is ready, place in a fridge till ready for another use. Why? Stop putting it in the fridge. Or simply put it in the freezer. I know that I can make this spicy without the garlic or ginger. But if you wait, garlic and ginger. Oh God, it's the spices and chili. I mean, garlic makes more sense, but it's not what adds its spice. But if you have those, add them as well. Oh God, I use this recipe for the chili recipe. I have to know more. I have to know more. That chili is chill as fuck. Seriously. See, I like that it's like after it's ready, just put it back in the fridge. Don't eat it. Just keep putting it back in the fridge. I guess it needs cold sauce. Yeah. I use this recipe for the chili recipe. The only thing I changed was to remove the dried chili. If you don't have chili seeds, then you can leave the chili powder in for the base. Crust. Ah, yes, people, you guys can't see this. This is generating beneath the window, but you know your grandma's classic chili recipe with the crust on it. Thick pie crust on your chili. Here it is. Crust. In order to help heat up the chili, I added about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Once cooked, add the chili to the crust and mix well with a hand blender. Filling. Heat half teaspoon of minced garlic, add chili powder, and mix well. Chili pie. Yeah, I guess it's like what? There's, what's that southern thing? Like chili Frito pie or whatever? It's like this it's like some like thing that's served down south, like semi-frequently. Is like chili Frito pie. Frito pie. Yeah, Frito pie. Doesn't that have some form of like minced meat in it or something? Oh God. Hey gamers, you ever just crust? I've never tried Frito pie, but I actually like really want to give it a shot. I'll try anything like that once. Some of that's just good home cooking, right? Oh God, my throat and my chest hurts so much right now, chat. Like not a joke at all. Hello, I'm here now. Sorry I missed yesterday's stream, but I was feeling disheartened after the Steelers lost. Yeah. Thank you for redacting the name. We lost to an unnamed football team. I'm now dead inside. Anyway, I'm here now. Hello, everyone. I feel you. I felt that pain as well, Steelers. Thank you for the bits, by the way. Woo! Yes, it's just chili on top of Fritos. Yeah. I've heard about it. Always wanted to try it. Oh my God, chat. All right, no more grandma's chili recipes. I will seriously inhale my tongue on the stream, choke and die. I can't be doing that. The stream is finally picking up momentum. We've been growing so much lately. There's been so many amazing new people here. There's been such a good amount of regulars who drop by all the time. I can't swallow my tongue and die on stream. I can't. I need to not do that. and it will happen if I keep looking up grandma's recipe for chili. How about cookie recipe? Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. I want to see a recipe for bone broth. Don't tell me other recipes to look up. Please don't. Chat, don't do that. Don't tell me more recipes to look up. It's really funny. Cookie recipe. Here's the best recipe for cookies that I know. Okay. We're doing it. We're going in. It's a Wikipedia page. Here's the best recipe for cookies that I know. It's a Wikipedia mixed foodstuffs in the 20th century white man bread. What? It's called the white man's bread. Not the most desirable of goods in the world, but it is certainly worth having. for cookies. All right, what is this? I need to go to this. I need to go to this website. I need to go to this wiki article. There's nothing here. This is just a random stem URL. But apparently TechSynth knows what it is. It's called white man's bread. Oh my god, it's not the most desirable of goods, as white men tend to be. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? I love this. Okay, I need to know. Okay, here's the actual recipe, guys. We're gonna learn how to make white man's bread. We're gonna learn how to make it. Oh my god. Ingredients: 1.5 cups, 4 ounces. No, that's not even close to the same thing. 4 ounces is not close to 1.5 cups. Why would it have 2 units of measurement that are completely not equivalent? Bag of whole wheat flour with an asterisk. So I hope it tells us what the asterisk is later. Half teaspoon salt, 3 tablespoons sugar, 1/4 teaspoon crushed pepper, 1 cup, 1 1/4 ounce. Not the same. Those are vastly different recipes if you use one of those. It's a choose your own adventure, right? Bag melted butter, 1 teaspoon whipping cream, 2 tablespoons butter, more butter. Butter, sugar. 2 tablespoons water, 1 teaspoon corn flour, sugar, half teaspoon baking powder, half teaspoon kosher salt, 1 tablespoon white. White what? White man. Please say white man. Okay, white corn flour. Why are there so many types of flour in this? A whole baggie of butter. Oh my god. This is so funny. 1 tablespoon white corn flour, chopped. Chopped! You have to chop the corn flour before you put it on. 1 tablespoon baking powder. Like we put more baking powder into it? And ground black pepper. Just a taste. Step 3. In a medium mixing bowl, combine all the ingredients except the bread that we're apparently trying to make. This is how you make the cookies out of the white man bread. Do not combine the bread, right? Sprinkle bread with powdered sugar and mix with butter and mixture until completely blended. Wait, you have to wait for the bread to break down? That's what completely blended means in a recipe normally. Sprinkle melted butter on top. Just imagining Salt Bae with melted butter dripping off his fingers. Oh my god, I literally have tears in my eyes right now. Press dough together until the mixture becomes wet and add some more white flour to make it fluffy. Fold the dough into flat balls and place dough into the center of an open pie plate. Why does everything become a pie in this? And bake at 400 Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. I need to know more. I need to know how this recipe ends. For 25 minutes or until golden. You can keep this recipe for a week or so as we're happy with the taste. Does that mean the finished product for a week? Or does it mean like once you've used this recipe, it has an expiration date of a week? This recipe will self-destruct after a week. Flat balls? Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I found the asterisk. You guys can't see this. But the asterisk up top that says bag of whole wheat flour. There's an asterisk that says floor, not flour. It says floor to floor, not the top. What that means, I don't know. Also, we had step 3 up here, but we have another step 2 and another step 3 beneath floor to floor, not the top. You can eat the cake separately or stack it together and serve it alongside warm fruit. 3. Serve the crust with some milk or honey or a drizzle of white wine. It's a simple dessert to make. Just the crust? Can you imagine if you went to someone's house and they were entertaining and they're like, I'm gonna go grab some finger food, some apps. You guys want some apps? I worked real hard on these apps. And they came out and there's just like broken up like pie crust. Like on a platter. They're like, enjoy. I really hope you like this. I worked really hard. It's made out of white man bread. Oh, God. Just crust. Drown that crust with wine. Yeah, right? Oh, my God. I'm so close to dying. Okay. I can't do another recipe. I can't do more recipes, guys. There's no way we can keep doing recipes. No, we have to. We have to move on. We have to do a different idea. Otherwise, the entire stream is just going to be me looking up fake recipes. And I know with how chaotic this community is, someone a week from now is going to be like, yeah, so on a whim, I went back and watched the VOD and made this. Oh, my God. It's so funny. Serious story? I can do a serious story. I'll do a serious story quick. Oh my God, my eyes feel like they're puffy. I'm like seriously like tearing up. Oh my God, this is the most insane thing. Oh, yeah, I'm very ready to try and make one of these recipes. It's like $50 of flour, depending on if you use the 1.5 cups or the 4 ounces. Like you. Oh, God, Jesus. I made white man spread, not clickbait. Oh, God. That'd be a really funny video idea, actually, of like, it's like I made recipes based off of, oh my God, I'm going to do this now. Count this as proof that I came up with this idea now, that I'm going to try to cook a recipe that's auto-generated. That I'm gonna try to do that as like a YouTube video. I'm gonna try to. I can't guarantee I'm gonna get around to it before the end of the year, but sometime in 2021, I promise you. Hold me accountable for this. I'm going to try. I'm gonna go on this stupid ass website. I'm gonna record my screen. I'm gonna be like, luck of the draw. It's gonna generate something dumb, and I'm gonna go. Okay, I have to follow this recipe now. I'm probably gonna burn down my house. God damn it. Brian attempts making white man's bread. God. Yeah, totally pitching the chilled chili recipe to the chef when I go in tomorrow. It just like, no guests, no customers get to eat it. It just keeps being chilled. And then every time it comes out of the refrigerator, you just add more ingredients and then chill it again. Oh my God, my head hurts so much. Oh my God. The new landlord ain't gonna be happy. Yeah, they're gonna be like, we've known you for like 3 weeks, dude. Oh God. All right, I'll do one more serious one. Okay. Deborah and John had been together for years, but they both realized it was time to part ways. Deborah brushed a tear away from her eye while looking sadly into John's gaze. John let out a heavy sigh. He didn't want it to end this way, but knew it was for the best. Serious. Deborah and John crossover. We had to. All right. Deborah and John had been together for years, but they both realized it was time to part ways. Deborah brushed a tear away from her eye while looking sadly into John's gaze. John let out a heavy sigh. He didn't want it to end this way, but knew it was for the best. Then, all of a sudden, it became crystal clear. But, he began, isn't it possible? I mean, I'm just a normal guy. Sure you are, John pointed out. He interrupted himself. John pointed out in time as Deborah looked at him in hope. A look of realization crossed her face.
But we have so much in common,
she murmured, before feeling a pull of love.
You're not that dumb. I mean...
Wait, were they breaking up because John was an idiot? Is that what happened?
I mean, I did get pretty jealous of that one guy, but he never said a word.
She looked around.
He always seemed to just disappear. Huh. Maybe it was time he finally found me.
Deborah's own words felt like words coming to her mouth, as well as a voice. She sighed deeply and reached down towards her own chest. Feeling the tension of her chest, she reached out towards her breast. She reached out to the side of her belly. I don't want to hit more on this one anymore. I don't want this to go any farther. This is good. This is good. This ends here. Grab a titty. No. No. Oh, I love that Deborah's own words felt like words coming to her mouth as well as a voice. Oh, God. That's... Oh, boy. Mid-fight, she said titty. Yeah, John's just like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a normal guy. Deborah's like, yeah, you're really not that dumb. Like, oh my God. What a beautiful story. Guys, if John and Deborah can start, creating some common ground again after realizing they're not right for each other, it's possible for anyone out there to find love. That's all I got to say. Oh, God. Please hit more. No. I'm so worried. So the reason I'm worried, for those of you who don't know, I don't remember if you were around for this yet or not, Bubblecat. You've been around for a while, but I don't remember if you were here the time we hit more over and over again, and it just became fucked up and kind of racist. And I had to be like, no, and I had to be like, oh no, like that, oh God, so I'm kind of worried. She's feeling around here, she's feeling around the side of her tummy area. I don't know if I want it. All right, this could be potentially, potentially a little bit dicey when we do this. For any Twitch staff that is possibly moderating reports of my channel later on, watching through, scrubbing through this VOD, know that I am giving ample warning, reminding everyone this is in context, it's fake, it's generated by a computer, and if it's TOS, then we did everything in our power to avoid it, except hit more. I did it. Okay, it's not bad. Both of them felt a tear or two trickle down. It was the both of them that got me worried. I was very worried that both of them were gonna do something after she, copped a feel on herself. Both of them felt a tear or two trickle down their cheek. John felt his heartbeat quicken, but also the feeling of excitement, began creeping in. He didn't think he'd ever felt anything like this before.
We can keep it going,
Deborah assured him, before breaking the kiss. After she had done this, he found a look of pure bliss on his face. Just as she was about to say something, he began to hear the laughter from outside. Hey, it chuckled. Oh, God. Deborah, while taking her shirt off. God, you're so fucking stupid, John. That would have been so funny. Oh, that would have been so funny if it was if they had actually said that. Yeah. Okay. Well, Deborah. Okay, so Deborah and John had rekindled their love for each other. They enjoyed all the things couples do. Going out to eat together, visiting, watching movies, and going to the grocery store. They were smitten once more. This is a Lifetime movie saga going on here with this one. Oh, boy. Let's see what happens. Deborah and John had rekindled their love for each other. They enjoyed all the things couples do, going out to eat together, watching movies, and going to the grocery store. They were smitten once more. They wanted a baby, and they went to the doctor on August 2nd, 1976. This is a story from the past. They were still very worried about what would happen if they gave birth. On October 25th, 1976, the doctors made a diagnosis, an ectopic pregnancy. Oh no! Dr. Dyer wrote that the baby would be born at 36 weeks of gestation after 20 days in the womb. However, before it could be born, John took the wrong medication. She told him the baby would not be big enough. This became a soap opera. Wait, John is pregnant? John is the pregnant one. John! Why would you take that medicine? John, why would you... Actually, that gave me an idea based on the movie guy voice I was reading this in. 0 to 100. Good for him. Yeah, great for you, John. All right, we're going to do Coming This Fall. A story of love and betrayal. Oh, yeah. Here we go. It knows it's a movie. It knows I'm doing the movie voice thing. It knows. Coming this fall, a story of love and betrayal that will touch the hearts of audiences around the world and the minds of audiences in the U.S. because the rest of the world is too dumb to get it. In the U.S. will begin on October 11th. Reeves had said as much in a letter to fellow directors and actors after writing a letter. Oh, this became like a story all of a sudden. After writing a letter to James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender about the 50 Shades of Grey controversy that erupted in the United States after the release of the movie. His letter also included a call for them to apologize for what he said was the actors of the movie had to apologize for what the director said? Wait. For what he said was the lack of sensitivity and care they have expressed. Oh. They have expressed when making decisions. Okay, I finished that. I just love that it's the hearts of audiences around the world. Everyone will feel this movie, but only the minds of the the minds of the people in the U.S. God, so dumb. All right, let's generate another. I want to make more movies. Coming this fall, a story of love and betrayal will be published in an anthology. Oh, it's a book. It's a book promo. It's a story of a small farmhouse in rural Oregon that has changed in their lives, and their lives changed. For this young family, there were several sacrifices. My brother-in-law was murdered in cold blood with him in the bathroom. What? My father-in-law, who was a good man, but their lives were saved. Wait, your brother that was murdered in the bathroom had his life saved? Well, that's good to know. The family were able to save those lives. How they did, I am not sure, because they never gave up hope. A touching story of love and betrayal. They were willing to sacrifice each and every one. Was the brother the sacrifice that saved the rest of them? The only way we were able to do this was through the kindness and understanding of others and the willingness to try as hard as we could. It was a great experience to meet every single person. Those of us who were willing to try were blessed. Those of us who were afraid to try, our lives were taken in the name of the Lord by the hand of Satan. I gotta keep going. When it comes to loving one. Wait, was the brother that was murdered, was this Cain and Abel? Is that what this is? When it comes to loving ones, the power of God is greater than the power of a person. I would like to wish my wife and my brothers and sisters, who are now dead, the happiness and blessing they deserve. They are living in the world of darkness. I would wish their families the same grace. God love them. I would wish them all to know that they were loved and that I was blessed that day when my son walked through the door to me. My thoughts are for the loved ones in the families of those who went before them and the families of... I'm going to hit more. And the families of those that died along with them and those who will always live in the shadow of their fallen brethren and sisters. They deserve it more than I do. There is no way I could have taken his life to be perfect. I feel that I have done so much for others. My life has taught me more about my brother and sister and my love for them than I have about myself. As a god, wait, now I'm the god? I have to hit more. This is evolving. It's evolving. This is evolving. As a god, my heart holds much pain and sadness for the loss of someone loved one. I truly know that my prayers for his life will be answered, and his love for his brother and sister will be rewarded. They did not go into the world to find one day. They will receive a glimpse of their loved one's existence. They are gone now. It is like a man walking into the light, but not seeing the light because it is too late for that, as the light has become a shade. His loved ones have gone. My brother and sister, may their souls continue to rise. Amen. Coming this fall, a story of love and betrayal. Oh, God, what this site. I feel like I'm in Sunday school again, right? That was so stupid. Auto-generated Bible. from the book of text synth. Oh, holy shit. I guess I'm reverting back to Catholicism. Never thought I could hear something more convincing. Oh, God. All right, chat. This was amazing, but I realized what time it was. Oh, my God. If I keep doing... I'll die on camera. And then my life will ascend with my brothers and sisters and those that died with them. So I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. I gotta end the stream. I gotta wind down. I gotta stop. My stomach literally hurts. My stomach is hurting me right now, and it's getting kind of late. And I wanted to start winding down a bit earlier than I normally do, just so I get on a better schedule. But holy cow! Oh my God, the New Testament, yeah. Holy shit. I hope people have fun doing stupid shit like that. Because it's not like, first of all, it's not original content. A million other content creators use this website. And it's one of those things that it's not even my content. It's literally me just reacting to AI-generated content, which is kind of hilarious. Oh, God. Good God, that copy pasta. That last one was the greatest story ever told. I'm glad you think so, Deltoid. Thank you for your bits. I don't know. This is just a funny, stupid thing. It's the type of website you and your friends can like get on a FaceTime or like Zoom call or Discord or whatever and just dick around with. And it's just really, really funny. This has been one of my favorite streams. I'm so glad to hear that people enjoy it. So glad people enjoy it. I want to watch this with Gaming Pagan tomorrow and see if he dies as hard as I have tonight. I hope so. There was moments I have not laughed that hard in such a long time on stream. The last time I laughed that hard was probably maybe the last time we did. I don't even remember. I don't remember. Like I normally, like every stream I have a couple moments where like something is genuinely so funny I laugh like hard enough to like make my head like have that pressure feel a little bit. My voice is shot. My chest hurts. My stomach hurts. My throat hurts. My eyes hurt from like tearing up repeatedly. It was so fun. I laughed so much. I'm so glad that people thought it was funny. This site is absolutely ridiculous. It's called Text Synth. If you want to Google it, it should be the first result up on the screen. But what a ridiculous site it is. It's free to use. It's just so dumb. And that's all there is to it, is a computer writes dumb stories for you. So it's wonderful. Everything is in Spain without the pain. I love that meme. Very funny. Cry laughed a whole lot. Yeah, me too, Pebbles. Me too. Thank you for this gift of a stream. Ian the Bean, I'm so glad that you were here for it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wind down for the night. Every single one of you who's been here, we had like 200 viewers like almost the whole time or whatever. That's wild. It's absolutely wild. So funny. So fun. And it's just great being able to like see what you guys are contributing, reading the jokes that you're writing in chat, because like you take a bit. That's the thing. It's like I can make a meme out of something on the stream, but you guys, the thing that I love about Twitch chat so much is it's like almost real time, and you add to the joke in real time, and the memes just build up and up and up. And I love that so much about Twitch chat. It's so fun being able to joke around and talk with you guys, and just what a fun start to the week. So far, seriously, white man's bread. Yeah, it's true. We take it way too far. Speaking of memes, guys, please check out the Reddit. Drop some memes over there if you decided to make some tonight. I would love to see the Reddit full of those. Also, if you like the vibe of what goes on in this community, especially if you're newer, weren't here last night when we shouted it out a million times, we have a Discord. The Discord is an incredible place where you can make new friends. You can join our Minecraft server over there for free. You don't even have to be a sub to the stream. You can play Among Us with other members of the community. You can join us for movie nights. You can talk about special interests. There's an actual Girbeagly Beagly Bubs cookbook on the Discord server that you can drop like family recipes in. Probably not one of these, but, you know, like an actual recipe in. There's like a book club that Jenna helps run. There's just a whole bunch of really cool things over on the Discord. So definitely check it out. We're over 1,000 people strong at this point there. It would be great if you joined in. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end this stream here, everyone. You guys had an absolutely great time. Just like the best time possible. Even if you're just vibing out. Even if you didn't find like anything that funny. If you're just here and like just enjoying like watching, you know, someone else laugh and talk and make jokes with like their community, then thank you so much for just being a part of that. That's really cool of you all. But there's 1,400 people on the Discord. No way. No way. That's crazy. That's so cool. Thank you so much to everyone joining. Anyway, thank you so much for all the follows, the bits, the subs, the resubs, the gifted subs, and the donations tonight. All of them add up a ton. They allow me to do this as a full-time gig. As usual, you guys gave way, way, way too much. Way too freaking much. I already started the stream flustered because of all of you, but I'm very appreciative of all that you do. Not used to chat moving this fast, so I'm so sorry if I didn't get to everyone in chat. I didn't interact with as many people as I normally do, etc. I'm really, really sorry about that. I always try to do my best, though. It's never like I'm intentionally ignoring anyone in the chat. It's just I'm not used to this level of support. I really am not, and it has just blown me away lately just how kind all of you are and how generous you are with your time and everything. Yeah. Wonderful that you're all here. I hope that you enjoyed I almost said choking. I was going to say chatting and joking, but I think choking is kind of accurate too because I did a lot of that this stream. But I hope you guys all had a wonderful time hanging out. Even if you were someone who didn't chat with us, your time is still very, very important to us. If you were lurking and just enjoying being here, you contributed to this stream, contributed to this community. Thank you so much for that. Again, we have rescheduled some streams. Thursday is going to be Girbeagly Pigtail stream because my hair is getting long. And after I do the pigtail stream, I'm going to be cutting my hair a little bit. Morgan's going to be actually cutting my hair, so we'll see how that goes. And then Friday, we are going to be me and Patrick Static at the very least. We're not sure if Ethan's joining or not yet, but he said he might be available. But at the very least, I will be opening my booster box that I bought for my birthday over a month ago. I will be buying, or I will be opening all 36 packs of my Vivid Voltage booster box. So a lot of Pokemon cards, which is going to be really fun. Hopefully we'll get something really cool. Gay Pikachu is what we're hoping for. That'll be very, very cool. But if we don't get it, we're still adding some cool cards to our collection. But anyway, chat. Again, thank you so, so much. Hopefully better than when Ethan cut your hair. Yes, hopefully better than that. Morgan does her own hair. She's been doing it for years. So I'm hoping that that sort of experience will lead into doing a good job. He choked on 1622 peppers. Oh boy. Anyway, chat. Again, thank you so much. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you so very much. I really, really do. Finger hearts as usual. Gonna go ahead and end this stream here, and I will hopefully see all of you in the next one. So, yeah. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.